Hi guys. We're going to get started in an easy seated pose. So facing the front of the mat, putting your legs wherever you want them. Maybe your hands come on top of your knees, finding length through your spine. Maybe your forefinger and thumb meet. Maybe you blink the eyes closed. Just start to arrive here on your mat in this shape, in this space. Immediately starting to notice your breath. The lengths of your inhales and exhales, the lift and lower of your chest and your belly, starting to calm the mind. And we'll start to build the breath here together. Take a big inhale through your nose, fill through your low belly to the full capacity of your lungs, holding at the top, sipping in a little bit more air. And then big open mouth exhale, side out your mouth, let it go. Take another one just like that. Big inhale through your nose, fill up through your low belly, your chest. Big exhale, let it go through your mouth, navel draws in towards your spine. This round, take a big inhale through your nose, let it lift the crown of your head taller and at the top, seal your lips, and exhale as you press it back out your nose. Big inhale through your nose as you fully inflate. Exhale, seal your lips, press it back out through your nose. Continue at the pace and measure of your own breath, your own body. This is our Ujjayi breath. We'll continue to utilize it throughout class to build heat within our bodies. Before we start to bring movement into this practice, I offer you this time, this space to set an intention for your class. Maybe you stick with my intention of just going with the flow in life during this practice, whatever you need it with. We'll seal our intentions with one unified breath. Take a big inhale through your nose, fill up. Exhale as you sigh it out, let it all go. Start to blink your eyes open. Take a big inhale as you reach your arms up and overhead, finding length through your spine, reaching through your fingertips. Exhale as you twist it over to the right. Left hand comes for your right knee, right arm comes back behind you. Inhale, grow it a little bit taller to the crown of your head. Exhale as you twist, gazes past that right shoulder. Work to unwind. Inhale, biceps frame your ears. Find length through your spine, through center. Exhale as you twist it over to the left. Right hand meets your left knee. Left arm comes back behind you. Inhale, grow tall through the crown of your head. Exhale as you twist a little bit deeper, gazing past your left shoulder. Work to come back through to center. Take a big inhale. Arms come up and overhead. Exhale, chin to chest. Arms come out in front of you. Fingertips meet the mat. Work to round through the spine. Take a few rounds here, opening up through your shoulders. Then start to come forward and through, pressing the weight into your palms, rolling over your legs, knees step back. For our tabletop pose here, we'll start by bending our elbows, swaying through your hips, maybe letting the neck and head hang heavy, letting it sway side to side. Gazing over one shoulder, gazing over the other. And then work to come back through to center. We'll set this first tabletop up here. Press equal weight into your right and left palms. Then work to press the mat away, puffing up the space in between your shoulder blades, gripping through all 10 fingers, gazes in between your thumbs. Draw attention to your belly, navel draws in towards your spine. This is our Uddiyana Bandha core lock. Then tuck your tailbone slightly under, one long line of energy from the crown of your head out through your tail. Inhale, start to drop your belly, tailbone tips up as you lift your gaze, finding this cow belly pose. Exhale, work to arch through the spine. Navel draws in towards your spine. Chin to chest. Gazing in between your thighs. Press the mat away. Coming in for this cat back. Inhale as your belly drops. Gaze lifts. Tailbone tips up. Stretching the front line of your body. Exhale as you arch through your spine. Navel draws in. Stretching the back line. Take 3 more rounds on your own, up and down. Using those inhales to find cow. And those exhales to find cat. Navel draws in towards your spine. Letting this movement slowly start at your tailbone and work its way up your spine. Moving with your breath. Maybe you hold at the top, sway through the hips. Take 1 more full round of breath up and down. And then use that next inhale to find a long, flat spine, tabletop pose. Start to step your feet to the back of the mat. We'll meet in plank. Drop your hips in line with your shoulders, charge out through your heels. Take a big inhale here. Exhale as you send your hips up and back. Find downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple forward to plank, shoulders stack over wrists. Exhale as slow as you can, contract through your core, send your hips up and back. Find downward dog. 3 more rounds. Big inhale, ripple forward, navel draws in, shoulders stack over wrists. Find plank. Exhale, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple forward as slow as you can. Find plank, press the mat away. Exhale, downward facing dog. Contract through your core, awakening your hamstrings. Last round, inhale, ripple forward, find plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips come up and back. Start to pedal through your knees, taking your dog for a walk, working your heels towards the mat. Pressing equal weight into your right and left palms, drawing your chest towards your thighs, your tailbone towards the sky. Let the wrap the inside of your elbows towards the front of the mat, and then relax your shoulders down your back. Inhale as you rise up onto your tipped toes, lifting your heels up off the mat. Exhale, draw your heels towards the mat. It doesn't matter if they touch. This round, inhale, rise up onto your tippy toes. Exhale, bend at your knees, gaze forward, just step your feet behind your wrists. Find this first passive fold. Maybe you interlace opposite elbow to opposite hand. Bend through your knees, shift your weight right and left. Maybe you straighten out through the legs to find more of a hamstring stretch, or find a deep bend to your knees as you drape your torso over your thighs to release your low back. Fingertips meet the mat, toe heel your feet into touch, and on one long inhale, come to standing, stacking one vertebrae at a time. Shrug your shoulders down your spine. Inhale, biceps frame your ears. Find that strong mountain pose, reaching through your fingertips. Exhale, palms press through heart center, Samastitihi, seal it in. Inhale as you rise back up. Exhale, drop your right arm down your right leg. Reach with those left fingertips over to the right side of the room. Rooting to the knife edge of that left foot, left shoulder draws back in space. Take the side body stretch. Inhale, start to come back through to center. Use your obliques to rise, shoulders stack over hips. Exhale, drop your left arm down your left leg as you reach with those right fingertips over to the left side wall, rooting to the knife edge of that right foot. Drawing your right shoulder back in space, lift your gaze, side body stretch. Inhale, start to come back through to center. Lift your gaze past your fingertips, find mountain. Exhale, navel draws in, hinging at your hips over straight legs or bent knees, forward standing fold. Inhale, halfway lifts, hands come to your shins or thighs, hold here and breathe. Bring weight into your toes, to your hips stack on top of your ankles, then press your palms into your shins to grow the crown of your head tall. Shoulders draw back in space, find that long, flat spine. Keep this axial extension. Exhale, palms plant, feet step back, we meet in plank. Inhale, slight shift forward, protract your shoulders beyond your wrists. Exhale, lower down halfway, Chaturanga Dandasana, elbows pinned in. Inhale, flip over your toes, drop your hips, chest comes forward and through, find up dog. Exhale, toes tuck, contract through your core, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg high, flex the toes, square your hips. Exhale, bend your right knee, stack right hip on top of your left as you gaze up and under your right armpit. Inhale, come back through to center, send that right leg long behind you, flex the toes. Exhale, draw your right knee down the midline, stack shoulders over wrists, and step your right foot in between your hands. Arms come back behind you, finding that strong lightning bolt pose. From the crown of your head out through your left heel. Start to pivot and plant your left foot. Inhale, opens you up. Find warrior two, heel to arch alignment in your feet, deep into that right knee. Exhale, arrive here, shrug your shoulders down your back. Inhale, reaching with those right fingertips, bind your left arm behind your back. Exhale, reverse your warrior, right bicep meets your ear, deep bend to that right knee. Switching up the bind, right arm comes behind your back, tip your torso forward. Inhale, find extended side angle, left bicep meets your ear. From your left fingertips out through your left heel, find one long line of energy. Exhale, coming back up, left arm drops down, left leg start to straighten out through that right leg. Inhale, find reverse triangle, reaching with that right hand towards the back of the room. Exhale, hands come through a strong T, tip your torso slightly forward, engaging your obliques, and then dip in for Trikonasana, triangle pose. Inhale, lift your gaze past your left fingertips, use your obliques, and you float that right hand off the mat. Exhale, left hand comes to the inside of that right foot, pivot on your back, left toes. Inhale, reach that right arm high, finding dragonfly twist, stacking shoulders and wrists. Deep into that right knee as you press out through your left heel, twisting from your low core. Exhale, look down, root down through that left palm, coming into side plank, feet stack or staggered. Inhales, reach with those right fingertips, stacking shoulders and wrists, reaching with the hips. Exhale, right palm plants under your right shoulder, find plank. Inhale, shift it forward. Exhale, lower down halfway, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, chest comes forward and through, lift your gaze for up dog. Exhale as you flip over your toes and your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Left side, inhale, send that left leg high, flex the toes, sway your hips. Exhale, bend your left knee, stack left hip on top of your right, gaze up and under that left armpit. Inhale, come back through to center, flex your toes, square the hips. Exhale, draw your left knee down the midline, arch through your spine, then step your left foot in between your hands. Arms come back behind you, triceps catch, strong lightning bolt pose. Inhale, opens you up, pivot and plant that right heel, hands come to a strong T, stack shoulders over wrist, warrior two. Exhale, arrive here, shrug your shoulders down your back. Inhale, reach with those left fingertips towards the front of the room, then bind your right arm behind your back. This time retain the breath. Left bicep comes by your ear as you tip your torso backwards for reverse warrior. Deep bend to that left knee. Exhale, switch the bind. Left arm comes behind your back. Tip your torso forward. Inhale, reach that right bicep by your ear, finding length through that right side, extended side angle. Lift your gaze towards the ceiling. Exhale, drop your right arm down your right leg. Start to straighten out through both legs. Inhale, reverse triangle. Left bicep meets your ear, finding length through that left side waist. Legs stay where they're at. Exhale, hands come to a strong T. Slight shift forward, leaning, reaching with those left fingertips, and then exhale as you dip in for Trikonasana, triangle pose. Inhale, reach with those right fingertips and you float the left hand off the ground. Exhale, right hand plants inside your left foot, pivot on your back, right toes. Deep into that left knee, charge out through that right heel. Inhale, reach that left arm high, stacking shoulders and wrists, lifting your gaze past your left hand, finding dragonfly twist. Exhale, look down, root through that right palm. Feet stack or staggered. Inhale, find plank, step that left leg back to meet your right. Maybe you lift your gaze past your left fingertips. Exhale, left hand plants underneath your shoulder. Inhale, slight shift forward, protract your shoulders beyond your wrists. Exhale as you lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana, elbows pinned in. Inhale, draw your chest forward and through, lift your gaze. Exhale, toes tuck, contract through your core, find downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here to reset, reconnect. Maybe you bend through the knees, working the hamstrings. And then whenever you are ready, take that sun A 2 more times, linking your breath with your movement. Maybe pausing the video, and then whenever you're done, we'll resume, meeting back in that downward facing dog. This is our sun B. We'll start flowing at the top of the mat. Inhale to rise to your tip toes. Exhale, bend at your knees, gaze forward, travel in between your hands, big toes come to touch. Inhale, halfway lift, long flat spine. Exhale as you fold in, come a little bit deeper, take the hamstring stretch. Feet are together, start to sink through your seat, bend through your knees. Inhale, work to rise, strong chair pose, navel draws in. Exhale, arms come back behind you, triceps catch, chair with airplane arms. Pinkies are drawing in towards one another, relax your shoulder blades down your back, deep bend to your knees, weight is in your heels. Inhale, start to rise, glide into your back bend, straighten out through your legs, biceps frame your ears. Exhale, forward fold, navel draws in, swan dive down over straight legs or bent knees. Inhale, find a halfway lift, find that long flat spine. Exhale, palms plant, root through the palms, and then step your feet to the back of the mat. We meet in plank. Inhale as you shift it forward. Exhale, lower down, halfway, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, chest draws forward and through, lift your gaze. Exhale, toes tuck, hips come up and back, find downward facing dog. Right side, inhale, reach that right leg high, flex the toes, squeeze that right glute. Exhale, contract through your core. Right knee draws in towards your nose. Maybe you make contact. Shoulders stack over wrist and step that right foot in between your hands, floating the fingertips first off the ground. And then inhale, work to rise, strong crescent lunge, biceps frame your ears. Actively draw right hip back, left hip forward. Tuck your tailbone slightly under, finding an opening in your front left hip. Exhale, hands come through heart center, shift your torso forward. Left elbow hooks outside your right knee. Inhale, lift your gaze, stay here. Maybe your left fingertips meet the mat. Maybe your right bicep comes by your ear, finding revolved extended side angle. Wherever you're at, maybe your hands come back through heart center. This is where we'll meet. Inhale, rise up, strong crescent lunge, biceps frame your ears. Exhale, this time right elbow comes inside your right knee. Start to pivot and plant that left heel, heel to arch alignment in your feet. Inhale, extended side angle, left bicep meets your ear, finding length through that left side waist. Exhale, drop your left arm down your left leg, start to straighten out through your right leg. Inhale, finding reverse triangle, finding length through that right side. Exhale, look down, right fingertips come to the upper right hand corner of the mat, shift the weight into that right foot. Inhale, stacking shoulders and wrists. Stacking your hips on top of one another, maybe squeezing that left glute, pretending you're between two panes of glass. Exhale, hands come through heart center, start to drop that left hip in line with your right, square towards the mat. Inhale, find warrior three, body like a capital letter T. Exhale, slowly start to bring a bend to that left knee, scoop left knee behind your right, get nice and low, floating curtsy. Inhale, press it back up, both straight legs, warrior three. 2 more rounds, exhale, crunch, left knee behind your right, get nice and low. Inhale, press it up, warrior three, strong, straight legs. Exhale, crunch, left knee behind your right, this time left fingertips meet the mat. Inhale, reach that right arm high, finding curtsy twist. Exhale, coming in for a pistol squat. Start to thread that left leg through your right leg and left hand. Right piece finger to left big toe. Inhale as you float it here. Exhale, slowly start to lower. Inhale, coming into your version of Navasana, boat pose. Squeeze your inner thighs together, flex or point your toes. Maybe you stay here, feet come to the ground. Maybe you start to float one or both feet off the ground. Maybe you start to straighten out through your legs, take a big inhale. Exhale, twist it over to the right, right elbow meets the mat. Inhale, come back through to center. Exhale, twist it over to the left. Inhale, through to center. 2 more rounds, exhale, twist it over to the right. Inhale, through to center. Exhale, twist it over to the left. Inhale, through to center. Last round, exhale, twist it right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist it left. Inhale, center, find both. Exhale, cross your ankles, plant your hands out in front of you. Step your feet to the back of the mat, find plank. Inhale, slight shift forward. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, elbows pinned in. Inhale, draw your chest forward and through, take the back bend, lift your gaze. Exhale, toes tuck, hips come up and back, downward facing dog. Left side, inhale, reach your left leg high, flex the toes, square your hips. Exhale, draw your left knee down towards your nose, shoulders stack over wrist, maybe make contact. Then step that left foot through in between your hands. Work to float your fingertips off the mat. Inhale, work to rise, shoulders stack over hips, biceps frame your ears, strong crescent lunge. Actively draw left hip back, right hip forward. Tuck your tailbone slightly under, opening up that front right hip, and you find a micro bend in your back right knee. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Start to tip your torso forward, then hook right elbow outside the left knee. Finding balance here, stable lower body, stay here. Start to draw your right fingertips to the mat. Inhale, left bicep swims by your ear, finding revolved extended side angle. Stay here, or maybe come back through to center. We'll all meet in our prayer twist. Inhale, work to rise, strong crescent lunge, biceps freeing your ears. Exhale, this time left elbow comes inside your left knee. Work to make contact, then pivot and plant your right heel. Heel to arch alignment in your feet. Inhale, right bicep meets your ear, finding extended side angle. Exhale, work to rise, tip your torso back. Right arm drops down, right leg. Inhale, left bicep by your ear, straightening out through that left leg. Reverse triangle. Exhale, look down, start to shift weight into that front left leg. Left fingertips come to the upper left-hand corner of the mat. Inhale, finding half moon pose, stacking shoulders and hips. Exhale, hands come through to heart center. Work to drop that right hip in line with your left, square towards the mat. Take a big inhale. Exhale, crunch right knee behind your left, get nice and low. Inhale as you rise up, warrior three, body like a capital letter T, squeezing through that right glute. Exhale, crunch right knee behind your left, get nice and low. Inhale, rise back up, last round, crunch right knee behind your left, get nice and low. Right fingertips meet the mat. Inhale, send that left arm high. Exhale, pistol squat, thread that right foot through. Left hand comes for the right big toe. Inhale, maybe you float those right fingertips off the mat. Exhale, slowly lower, coming into your version of Navasana boat pose. Inhale, find length through your spine. Exhale, twist it over to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist it left. 2 more rounds. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist it right. Inhale, center. Exhale as you twist it left. Last round. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist it over to the left. Inhale, find boat. Exhale, cross your ankles, plant your hands. Step or shoot your feet to the back of the mat. Inhale, find up dog or cobra, back bending. Exhale, toes tuck, hips lift, downward facing dog. Take a few rounds of breath here. And then take that Sumbi 2 more times on your own. Pausing the video, taking out or adding in whatever you need, making this practice your own. Knowing that we'll meet in a downward facing dog whenever you are finished. Meeting back in this downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple forward, find plank, shoulders stack over wrist. Taking 5 rounds of breath. Dropping your hips in line with your shoulders, charging out through your heels. Take a big inhale. Audible exhale, send it out, let it go. 4 more just like that. Big inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out, let it go. 3 more, inhale. Exhale. Last 2, big inhale. Exhale, sigh it out, take a big inhale here. And then exhale, 1 by 1, start to lower down onto your forearms, finding forearm plank. Maybe you interlace your fingers. Dropping your hips in line with your shoulders, continuing to charge out through your heels. 5 rounds of breath, inhale. Exhale, sigh it out, let it go. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, 2 more just like that. Big inhale, press the mat away. Exhale, side out, let it go. Navel draws in, big inhale. And then exhale, slowly start to lower your hips onto the mat. Untuck your toes, coming in for Sphinx. Palms meet the mat, draw your shoulder blades back in space. Staying here, taking this back bend, core stretch. Maybe you drop your chin to your chest. Release your head and neck, let gravity do the work. Then start to come back through to center. Pressing weight into your forearms, tuck your toes under. Inhale, press up, find forearm plank. And then slowly start to walk back up onto your palms. Meeting in downward facing dog, send your hips up and back. And then slowly start to walk your feet forward. Coming onto your sits bones. Send your legs out long in front of you, heels to the upper edge of the mat. Inhale, find length through your spine, biceps frame your ears. And then exhale, slowly start to lower your torso down towards your thighs. When you've met the maximum flexibility of your hamstrings, start to round through your spine. Arms come long beside your thighs. Maybe you grab for a bind. Maybe you interlace your fingers. Maybe your arms passively lay beside your legs. Maybe you find a bend to your knees, whatever you need. Work to slow down the breath. Maybe you close the eyes. Then slowly, stacking 1 vertebrae at a time, come back through to seated, shoulders stacked over hips. Fingers interlace out in front of you. Inhale, slight shift forward. And then exhale, slowly start to lower onto the mat. Neck and head last to release. Arms come long beside you. Bring the soles of your feet to touch. Knees splay out nice and wide. Coming in for this hip opener, Supta Baddha Konasana. Maybe you bring 1 hand to your heart, 1 hand to your low belly. Tapping into this breath, this body connection. And then staying here, start to release your left foot to the upper left-hand corner of the mat, right foot to the upper right. Maybe arms come long beside you or tall overhead. Take up space. Start to release any tension in the body, anything you're holding on to. Start to release control of your breath. Just being still. Shavasana.